Whether you're someone who dreams of untouched wilderness and glassy lakes stretching to the horizon, or a city dweller curious about one of the happiest, most educated societies ever built, Finland is about to completely surprise you. Most people think they know this quiet Nordic nation, but almost everything they assume turns out to be wrong. Stay with me. Number 1. Finland is often called the land of 1,000 lakes, but that's a dramatic understatement. The actual count is 187,888 lakes, covering roughly 10% of the country's entire surface area. On a clear summer day, flying over Finland looks like someone shattered a mirror across a green carpet. Number 2. The country covers 130,596 square miles, making it the 8th largest in Europe, yet its population is only about 5.6 million people. That works out to roughly 43 people per square mile, meaning vast stretches of Finland are essentially untouched wilderness. Number 3. Finland shares borders with Sweden to the west, Norway to the north, and Russia to the east, with the Gulf of Finland and the Baltic Sea forming its southern edge. Its geographic position has shaped nearly every chapter of its history. Number 4. About 1/3 of Finland lies above the Arctic Circle, placing it firmly in the same league of extreme natural phenomena as its Scandinavian neighbors, but with a distinct character entirely its own. Number 5. Finland has the world's most forested land relative to its size among European countries. Forests cover approximately 75% of the territory, filled predominantly with pine, spruce, and birch. Walking through a Finnish forest in autumn, when the birch trees turn gold against dark green pines, is honestly one of the most quietly stunning sights on Earth. Number 6. Here's a misconception worth clearing up immediately. Finland is not a Scandinavian country. Scandinavia refers specifically to Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. Finland belongs to the Nordic region, and culturally and linguistically, it stands apart entirely. More on that shortly. Number 7. The Finnish language is honestly one of the most distinctive in all of Europe. Unlike most European languages, Finnish isn't Indo-European. It actually belongs to the Finno-Ugric family, sharing roots with Estonian and, distantly, Hungarian. You know, a Spanish speaker learning Italian has a bit of a head start. But a Spanish speaker learning Finnish? Well, they have none whatsoever. Number 8. Finnish has, get this, 15 grammatical cases. That means the ending of a word changes dramatically depending on how it's used in a sentence. For example, the words for in the house, from the house, and into the house are all completely different words. Linguists find this absolutely fascinating, but Finnish learners, well, they tend to find it pretty humbling. Number 9. Finland was under Swedish rule for approximately 600 years, from the 12th century until 1809. That's actually why Swedish remains an official language of Finland today. About 5% of Finns speak Swedish as their mother tongue, and all official signs in Finland appear in both languages. Number 10. In 1809, Sweden lost Finland to Russia following the Finnish War, and Finland became the Grand Duchy of Finland under the Russian Empire. Remarkably, it retained significant autonomy during this period, which really helped preserve its distinct cultural identity. Number 11. Finland declared independence on December 6, 1917, taking advantage of the chaos following the Russian Revolution. The declaration was bold, the timing was razor-sharp, and today, December 6th is celebrated as Finnish Independence Day with deep national pride. Number 12. Just months after independence, Finland endured a brutal civil war in 1918, lasting only a few months, but leaving deep social wounds that took decades to fully heal. It remains one of the most painful chapters in Finnish collective memory. Number 13. During World War II, Finland fought not once but twice against the Soviet Union, first in the Winter War of 1939 to 1940, then in the Continuation War from 1941 to 1944. Against overwhelming odds, Finland held its ground, losing territory but retaining sovereignty. No other nation bordering the Soviet Union managed this. Number 14. The Winter War produced one of history's most extraordinary military stories. The Soviet Union, with an army of roughly 450,000 troops, expected to overrun Finland in just 2 weeks. Instead, Finnish forces, outnumbered nearly 3-1, held them off for 105 days, inflicting catastrophic Soviet casualties in temperatures that dropped to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 15. One of the Winter War's greatest heroes was Simo Häyhä, a Finnish sniper who recorded over 500 confirmed kills in fewer than 100 days of combat, operating in brutal winter conditions. He became known as the White Death and, honestly, he remains the most lethal sniper in recorded military history. Number 16. Finland joined the European Union in 1995 and adopted the euro in 2002. Then, in a historic shift triggered by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Finland ended its long-standing military neutrality and joined NATO in April 2023, after more than 75 years of deliberate non-alignment. Number 17. Let's talk about nature, because this is where Finland genuinely competes for the title of most beautiful country on Earth. The northern lights are visible across Finnish Lapland from late September through March, with the peak viewing season centered around midwinter. The Finnish name for them is Revontulet, meaning foxfires. From an old legend of a cosmic fox running across the sky, its tail brushing sparks against the mountains. Number 18. Like Norway, Finland experiences both the midnight sun and the polar night. In the northernmost town of Utsjoki, the sun doesn't set for 73 consecutive days in summer. In winter, the same town sits in complete darkness for nearly 51 days. Same place, two completely opposite extremes. Number 19. Finland's Lapland region is widely considered the official home of Santa Claus, and honestly, they take it pretty seriously. The town of Rovaniemi, which was rebuilt entirely by Alvar Aalto after being burned to the ground in the Second World War, sits exactly on the Arctic Circle and hosts Santa Claus Village. Every year, it welcomes hundreds of thousands of visitors, many of them children experiencing snow for the very first time. Number 20. The Finnish lakeland in the country's southeast is a dreamlike landscape of interconnected lakes, narrow straits, and forested islands. The region contains thousands of lakes linked by natural waterways, and it's actually possible to travel dozens of miles by canoe without ever touching land. In midsummer, the water glows amber at midnight. Number 21. Finland has over 3 million saunas for a population of 5.6 million people. That's roughly one sauna for every 2 people. Saunas exist in private homes, apartment buildings, lakeside cabins, corporate offices, and even the Finnish parliament. If there is one sacred institution in Finnish culture, this is it, and honestly, that is not an exaggeration. Number 26. Finnish education is legendary. The country abolished school rankings and standardized testing for young children, giving teachers enormous professional freedom. Students don't begin formal schooling until age 7, which is later than almost every other developed nation. Yet by their mid-teens, they consistently score among the highest in the world in reading, math, and science. Number 27. There are no private elite universities in Finland. All universities are publicly funded and free for domestic and EU students. The philosophy is straightforward. Talent should not be limited by the wealth of the family a person is born into. Number 28. Finland was the first country in the world to grant women full political rights, both the right to vote and the right to stand for election, in 1906. The United States wouldn't achieve this until 1920. Women have held the presidency and prime ministership of Finland multiple times since. Number 29. In 2019, Finland made global headlines when Sanna Marin became prime minister at age 34, making her the world's youngest serving head of government at the time. Her cabinet was majority female and majority under 35. This was not considered revolutionary in Finland, it was considered normal. Number 30. The concept of talkut in Finnish culture mirrors Norway's dugnad. It's a tradition of communal voluntary work where neighbors gather to help each other with tasks like harvesting, building, or, just regular community maintenance. It really reflects a deeply rooted belief that collective effort is both practical and honorable. Number 31. Finns are famously known for their silence and directness. Small talk isn't really a social obligation. In fact, it's considered just a bit suspicious. A Finn who trusts you will speak plainly and concisely. But a Finn who doesn't know you well will simply say nothing. And honestly, this isn't considered rude at all. It's actually seen as a sign of respect. Number 32. There's a well-known Finnish concept called the Finnish nightmare. It's a humorous social meme that shows the most stressful situations imaginable for a Finn. For example, someone sitting next to you on an empty bus, being asked to speak in a group when you're unprepared, or a neighbor wanting to chat. Finns share these memes with a lot of enthusiasm, which, really shows a certain dry self-awareness. Number 33. Finland consumes more coffee per capita than any other nation on Earth. The average Finn drinks approximately 12 kilograms of coffee per year, nearly double the consumption rate of Italy, a country famous for its coffee culture. Coffee breaks are legally mandated in Finnish workplaces. This is a country that has literally enshrined coffee into labor law. Number 34. The Finnish national epic, the Kalevala, compiled by Elias Lönnrot in 1835 from ancient oral folk poetry, played a central role in building Finnish national identity during Swedish and Russian rule. It directly inspired J.R.R. Tolkien, who studied Finnish specifically to read it in its original language. The Elvish language Quenya in The Lord of the Rings has structural roots in Finnish. Number 35. Finland has produced several world-renowned figures in design and architecture. Alvar Aalto, one of the 20th century's most influential architects, shaped not only Finland's built environment, but modern architecture globally. His furniture designs, particularly the iconic bent birch wood pieces, remain in production and in demand today. Number 36. The Nokia Corporation, yes, the mobile phone company, was founded in Finland way back in 1865 as a wood pulp mill. It evolved through rubber products and cables before entering electronics. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia controlled roughly 40% of the global mobile phone market. The rise and fall of Nokia is studied in business schools worldwide as one of the most dramatic corporate stories of the modern era. Number 37. Finland is also the birthplace of Linux, the open-source operating system that now runs the majority of the world's servers, most Android devices, and, interestingly, the International Space Station. Its creator, Linus Torvalds, released the first version in 1991 as a 21-year-old student at the University of Helsinki. He announced it online with a message describing it as just a hobby, won't be big or professional. It became the foundation of the modern internet. Number 38. The Finnish economy is highly diversified, with strengths in technology, engineering, forestry, and design. However, Finland also faces a genuine demographic challenge. Its population is aging, its birth rate is declining, and certain rural areas are losing residents steadily. This tension between a high-functioning society and long-term population sustainability is one Finland is actively, honestly grappling with. Number 39. One of Finland's most spectacular and least-known natural features is the Kvarken Archipelago, a UNESCO World Heritage Site on the western coast. The land here is literally rising out of the sea, a process called post-glacial rebound, at a rate of about 8 millimeters per year. Islands appear, coastlines expand, and the map of this region changes measurably within a single human lifetime. Number 40. Finland's Nuuksio National Park, located just 35 kilometers from Helsinki, is a forest and lake wilderness that city residents can access within an hour. On a weekday afternoon, you can walk its trails for hours without seeing another person. The capital city and genuine wilderness exist in an almost unreasonable proximity to each other. Number 41. Helsinki, the capital, is home to about 650,000 people. Roughly 1 in 9 Finns lives there. It's a compact, elegant city built on a peninsula, where neoclassical architecture, bold contemporary design, and the sea are in constant conversation. The city freezes over in winter, and when the harbor ice is thick enough, people walk across it. Number 42. The Helsinki Cathedral, completed in 1852, dominates Senate Square with its white neoclassical facade and 5 green domes. It was designed by Carl Ludwig Engel and remains one of the most photographed buildings in the Nordic countries, particularly striking in winter when snow covers the broad stone steps leading up to it. Number 43. Finland has a freedom to roam principle called jokamiehenoikeus, every man's right, allowing anyone to walk, camp, cycle, and pick berries or mushrooms on any land, including private property, as long as they cause no damage. In late summer, Finns head to forests across the country to harvest chanterelles, bilberries, and lingonberries, not as a romantic hobby, but as a practical, deeply ingrained way of living. Number 44. Ice swimming is practiced throughout Finland with a commitment that visitors find either inspiring or, honestly, a bit baffling. Holes are cut in frozen lakes each winter, and hundreds of thousands of Finns submerge themselves regularly, believing, and science increasingly supports, that it strengthens the immune system, sharpens focus, and genuinely improves mood. Given Finland's happiness rankings, it's hard to argue with the results. Number 45. Finally, back to the question posed at the start. Is Finland the most beautiful country in the world? There is no objective answer, of course. But few places on Earth offer 187,000 lakes, 75% forest cover, Arctic light shows, weeks of golden midnight sun, a culture of deep wilderness access, and cities of quiet elegance all within a single border. Whether it claims the title or not, Finland makes a compelling case that few countries can match. What an extraordinary place, wild and modern, reserved and deeply warm once you earn its trust, ancient in its roots and radical in its progress. I hope this journey through Finland has opened a door you'll want to step through someday. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.